Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Unfortunately, not really much change to the previous video. So far, it's failing to really follow through to the downside, but it's also not going up. So it's been in a range now for a few days over the weekend, like Bitcoin, Ethereum as well. It's nevertheless overall since the February high, it's been tracking down, and it's just following sort of the downtrend here at the moment, yeah. And I think, as I said before, this count is very sloppy, so it's not a classical impulse to the downside in the C wave. Bear in mind, we said A wave down in orange there, B wave to the upside because the move of the lows is corrective, and C wave to the downside. That's my most likely view here about this. But as I said very clearly, it is very, very sloppy. It is very choppy. I wouldn't trust it necessarily. What I'm doing personally, is mainly waiting for this green support area. Now, that might never happen, and I see that this might never happen because the move down is very sloppy. When that happens, it means that either this is an ending diagonal, which is subject to change anyway because it's a choppy pattern. So you get these ups and downs, in diagonal patterns. It means when these often occur when the bulls are actually fairly strong, but the bears are still stronger. But you get these sort of moves to the upside where you shouldn't really have them in an impulse to the downside. So I'm thinking we might not even get into this area, and that's why scaling into this support area for me is the way to go at the moment. They talk a lot about this generally in the membership in the last few days and in the videos here as well. Generally scaling in, starting to scale in here, all the way down to support. And when the support area, however, fails around $12 and this setup fails, then we continue with the bear market. But yeah, we're basically now at the top of a range where I would consider scaling in. Again, small position sizes and then going a bit larger as we go lower, risking that not the entire position is to be filled, which is fine. But it could also be because the move down, so the move up is corrective, the move down is corrective. I mean, see, this leaves different possibilities, unfortunately. Okay, so that's why I did tell you that there is not really the clear trade setup at the moment. I think this is a setup. Yeah, it's a pullback in an uptrend, or possibly in an uptrend that possibly started. Okay, this is a pullback. So this is the setup. Here in the very short term, if you try to trade the range, you can just trade the range extremes. This is the lower boundary of the range. I would say sort of in this region here, around $20 is the lower end of the range, and the upper end is pretty clearly here around the $26, $27 level. So this could go on for a bit. Yeah. So as long as we don't break below 1970, I have no strong, I can't make a strong claim that we are going to go down in a straight line to 1740, which is where the larger support area begins for the wave 2. Because this is sort of the level, the gatekeeper that will unlock the prices of that region. As long as we're holding this previous support, which I believe is going to be quite strong, because it's not only the previous structural support, it's also the 38.2 FIB level. Yeah, as you can see, my green support area here starts at the 50% level, because that's when I start to begin to trust a wave 2. So I always want a wave 2 to go into that area. If it doesn't, I don't normally trust it. But the 38.2 FIB level here is around 1960. There's no rule that says the wave 2 needs to get into this region. It's just sort of a personal decision that you get a better reward to risk if you wait for these levels. And some coins may never get there, okay? So just consider that when you make your decisions. But ideally, it does get there. I mean, let's say 9 of 10 coins in their wave 2s, they would get to the 50% FIB level. But you always get the odd one, which might not get there. So, probabilities, right? It's all probabilities. It's no certainties. But because it is corrective up, it is corrective down. It could also be a triangle which is playing out here. Some kind of a triangle, okay? So in whatever shape or form that might be, but you could argue that, okay, we moved down in an A wave. This might be a B wave, C wave down, D wave up, E wave down, and then rally. In whatever higher level scenario that would be, it would have to be wave 4 then, this triangle. That actually the fifth wave never ended, but it's not necessarily what I'm looking out for. But what could certainly happen, but for that scenario, it's a bit too early. That we say, okay, this is the A wave in orange, but the B wave actually is unfolding as a triangle. So the B wave in itself would have a triangle pattern, A, B, C, D, E, and then the B wave would finish here, and we would then get our impulse down. That's possible, yeah, and the grid bot would love that. But yeah, that's sort of the scenarios where we are. So not really too much of an update to previous videos, just sort of sloppy, yeah, grinding its way down into support. Be aware of the next key support level at 1971, and let's see if we get there. But bear in mind that this is a rather choppy pattern and is subject to change. Okay, that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.